Okay, guys. So, show me what you got related to the theoretical framework, what you have written, and I'll give you my points of view related to what you have written and some observations, if possible. Okay.
Okay,
So, Alex, can you please share your screen?
I'm
Do you
connecting
have
from
the
my,
document or not?
yes, but am connecting from my cell phone. I don't have this information with me.
Oh, let me see if I can show the document on the screen.
In the same part that you found the chat, there's going to be the issue of sharing the screen. Okay.
Okay,
And then there's going to
give me a
appear
minute, please.
there's going to appear another what? Another window related to which screen do you want to share. So you select the screen and then share.
Okay, let me see, please.
Okay. No?
Ya, un segundo. ¿Cómo? No sé. No me deja.
Have you
Mm,
yes, I think you did it. Yeah, I can watch your screen. Amazing.
okay,
Okay.
so
Okay, so you started over there directly with one of your variables, right? So language learning strategies is one of the
right.
variables, right?
It is about learning styles.
Okay.
It is about some type of learning strategies,
Uh-huh.
but and the categories, the
Mm-hmm.
categories. Uh, so in red, the that Alex wrote because we didn't know how many or how
I'm not
to
understanding you,
write.
Gina.
You are not understanding.
Why you don't understand
It's the
because of
connection.
the.
The connection.
So I'm going to write.
Hello.
She's writing. She says she's writing.
Okay,
Okay,
this part is related to.
show me the document, and maybe Alex can
Can you see the
explain.
document?
Show me the document. Yes, I'm watching the document, and uh,
Okay.
I think Alex can explain it because Gina's voice is not understandable.
Okay, this first part is related to learning strategies.
Yes. Okay, learning strategies. Okay, guys,
Okay,
before
wait,
what I recommend you is going to be to create an introductory paragraph before talking about the categories of the variables. So what I would like you to do is to write before that document, right? Before the language learning strategies. What? I would like you to write um I would like you to write yeah, an introductory paragraph by stating the variables that you're going to consider and that you're going to explain. Okay?
yes, but well, I just wanted to have the genus part and have first in mind so as we can create this introductory paragraph.
Okay. Let me check right here. Okay, so you're using right here Aslan, you're using something related to Oxford and Reuben, and therefore you're stating that, right? So cool. It sounds good.
Teacher, in these sections, I don't know if I can, for example, divide it into two sections. The first one is related to the learning strategies, and the second one would be related related to where is oh
The
my god,
gender.
yes,
We are going to work to work on two different variables that
Yes.
are learning styles and well, learning styles and gender. The other variable is gender. So we start here talking about the first variable that is learning strategies, but it means a lot of uh, uh, a lot of ideas, and obviously it means other other papers to reference this part. Yeah, to reference this part.
Okay. Sounds good.
Can you
So if you're going to create, for example, I think you may create subsections, right? Because as you're talking
yeah,
about learning strategies, so you can divide the learning strategies you're going to cover, and maybe those learning strategies which are going to be related to the gender impact, right? So it may work in that
mm-hmm.
way.
yes.
But also as you can see in the first paragraph, it is related with learning strategies, as I
Mm-hmm.
said before. And the
Yes.
second, it is related to the causes that make students to change their different learning styles. In this way, I want to divide it. This I don't know what they are into two sections. The first one about learning strategy, and the second one related to the causes or to the what make students to change their their different learning styles as as they uh, um, I don't know, it changed, well, as they were in, oh my God.
What do you want to say, Alex?
Focus. You're
Alex,
Okay,
distracted, son.
as, okay,
Alex, teacher.
as they progress through semester, it means uh, perhaps they don't use the same learning style when they are in first semester, second semester, and then in third semester.
Yes,
Yes.
sounds okay.
Okay. And maybe teacher in the first paragraph strategies, they are six categories. So they can be sub ¿cómo se dice eso? Sub
Subvariables.
sub teams, sub
Subtopics.
variables. Yeah. So we can divide and take as such as variables or not, or there is the same thing. Hi.
Okay. Remember that the
Teacher.
variables. Remember that the variables are going to be something like those issues. Regard the variables are going to be something like the important elements that they're going to consider inside your theory. But if the
Mhm.
theory contains some other sub issues, so those are going to be taken into account like sub variables, right? So they need to be tightly related. Yeah, they need tightly related to the variables it's themselves for you to have a relationship, right? So if, for example, in the learning language, the language learning strategies, you find, for example, I don't know, some elements that you have found related to Brown, Crash, and Chomsky, right? So they could be over there, right? If you find some other information about that, so be it, okay? The same thing related to the general impact, right? So those are going to be some like the aspects that you need to consider inside these variables, okay?
Okay.
So they need to be related and also related to your context. Why? Because you're going to explain what is happening in your concept, in your context, sorry, by using the I forgot. Oh yeah, by using the theory.
Okay.
Okay, okay. What else? What else have you got?
Um, where is I have too much paper. So I recently read a paper in which the author mentions some different learning styles created for uh, Felder and Silverman model, but these two people are or were two engineer teachers, and they have developed these two categories
Mm-hmm.
for two reasons. The first one was to capture the most important learning style difference among engineering students and to provide a good basis for engineering structure to design a teaching method. What I
Okay.
want to know here is that if that are these learning styles useful for our projects, taking into account that these ones were developed by two engineering teachers.
Well, if the engineering teachers are talking about this theory inside the pedagogical point of view, so it may work, right?
Yes,
But
because it is what?
no,
Excuse
no, no, no,
me?
continue.
Because I found this information inside a paper entitled Variations and Frequencies in Learning Styles in a Group of X English as a Foreign Languages
Hmm.
learners. Does it work?
Yeah, I think it works. I think it works because,
Okay.
well, actually, I don't know, but it sounds to me that this document or this paper is is related to a quantitative study. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
So it is going to give you
Yes.
variables about, for example, the percentage in which male students are going to be, I don't know, optimal and in which female students they are going to have optimal results too in terms of learning, right?
Okay.
So I think it's going to be like that. But it may help you
But
to understand the phenomena related to the differences in learning processes or learning variables among men and women.
okay.
So it may work.
I cannot hear.
Not to worry, I'm recording this session for you to what to have access to it later on, so you can review what I'm telling.
But these are not the only strategies I found. Because I have some other ones, and I don't know if I have to mix them or because they are totally different.
Well, if they're totally different, what we can do is to define this these learning strategies related to these learning strategies related to what to the gender impact, right? And let's see how to fit this study with the other studies related to this category, right?
Yes.
Yes.
About that, did you hear me?
No. I
Not
can't.
quite, not good. Gina, if you want, stop sharing your what? Your screen. Stop sharing your screen for you the quality of your sound to what? To improve. Maybe it's that.
Okay, let me.
And maybe deactivate your video and it's going to be better, right? Okay.
Okay, I I was I was thinking that learning strategies and learning styles are different. Could be different variables.
Yes. Maybe.
Okay, maybe. So you're creating learning strategies and what is the
So
other
we
one?
can create gender impact learning strategies and learning styles. Those are
But
different.
learning, okay, learning strategies and learning styles. Yeah, they're different.
So they could be three variables, and we have to use how many um,
Variables?
how many papers? No, how many papers?
Well, so
10.
far so good. You need to work
10?
with 25 papers, right?
No, but just for the theoretical framework.
All the issues related to the theoretical framework and related to the what? To the theoretical framework and to the literature review are going to be compiled related to 25 different papers, right? So therefore,
Okay.
you're going to see, for example, which ones are going to be related to the theoretical framework and which ones are going to be tied to the what? To the theoretical framework and to the literature review, right?
Right.
Okay, what else?
In which way can we define some terms?
Okay, so related to the theoretical, the conceptual framework. So you're going to use the authors that you have examined, right? In order for you to state the definitions, right? Well, to define the to define um, yeah, the concepts that you're going to use, right? So this is not going to be something like an isolated way, but for example, using the concept that you have found inside the document, it may give you some ideas on how to take this into account in order for you to create your own concept about the term.
Because in most of the paper I read and I found, for example, cognitive, metacognitive, affective, and social strategies.
Okay, yeah, sounds good. So you can implement that.
Okay, but how can we make a relation between these authors and our context? Because for me it's kind of difficult. I don't know how to do that.
Okay, so try to see, for example, if the way in which now try to remember, for example, from your own classes, what is the real connection in your context, meaning the university, right? And the way in which these theories can give an answer to that issue, to that problem, right? So meaning to understand the problem under the conception of the theories.
Okay. Because I think that in terms of foreign language program, there are some students who don't use any kind of learning strategies because of the lack of commitment that some of them present as they progress through semesters.
Okay, so meaning that they are passive students, right? So we can define or we can have this kind of definition related to, for example, the passive way in which students learn. And well, I think that's going to be most of the ideas that we're going to require or we're going to have in order to understand the phenomena.
And what about the age? Because
So you can look information about learning styles based on the age.
because Shane 2009 and she stated that as English students turn out to be mature, their preference come out because of their maturity or because they become more adapted to their academic system or something
Okay,
like that.
okay, sounds good. So yeah, so they use that author in order to explain that into the learning style, right? And the learning strategies in terms of the age. And that's all.
It is the same for example, a culture.
For culture, well, I don't think so. But are you going to watch the cultural background?
No,
So
No.
why are you talking about culture?
because here I have a paper that said, um, okay, learners' individual differences include learning styles, learning strategies, learning attitude, age, gender, culture, and the affective domain.
Uh-huh.
And
Hmm.
in other papers, I've also found the word culture related to the learning styles.
Culture. But I don't
No,
think
but I think that learning styles cannot um no tiene nada que ver with the
Okay.
with culture because because the style is the way that you use to learn something.
Okay.
So it is something personal, something is such as no sé, como, well, it's something that you use, but it is not related with with the culture. Maybe the strategies could could well, maybe strategies, yes, but styles, no. Learning styles, no, no,
Guys, I would like
no.
you to
It
what? To take this into
doesn't
account.
include.
See, if you're going to add now culture, that is going to be another element to be taken into account in your what?
No.
In your project. So that is going to be longer, right?
Yes, we didn't talk about culture
So I don't think
in our statement,
so.
either
I
in
don't suggest
our
you to work with culture because you're going to be focused
Okay.
on auto production, I think.
Yes.
yes, speaking
So,
skill. Yes.
and that's all. So be focused on that and then on the gender impact and the learning strategies and styles, and that's all. Because if you're going to add something else, that is going to be too much information for you to analyze, right? So right here, stay with those ideas. Okay. Anything else?
Okay, teacher.
Gina, what was your theory? I know you.
Mm,
Yes, you mentioned something about theory in which you wanted to work.
about the multiple intelligences, but I'm checking how to if it could be integrated. No, yeah, or not,
Great.
and how. So I'm not clear ideas to
Okay, so
yet. Sorry.
read even more about the Multiple Intelligences by Howard Gardner and see if I
Mm-hmm.
think that could be included into the
Yes,
learning strategies,
learning. Uh-huh.
learning styles. Remember.
Styles.
Okay, okay, sounds good. So keep on working, keep on writing, and then anytime you need a tutorial, let me know.
Sorry, teacher, but I cannot understand you very well, so I
Okay,
was lost.
once again. So number one, read information about multiple intelligences, number one. Number two, you're going to put that into the learning styles. And number three, keep on writing
Mhm.
about the theoretical framework. And we can arrange later on a tutorial time for me to see your advancements. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, guys. Thank you so much. I need to go to the next group.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, teacher, thank
Thank you
you.
so
Okay.
much.
Bye bye. Catch up later. Keep on working and yeah, any question, let me know.
Okay.
Okay, bye bye.
Okay, bye.